Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with tools of recombinant DNA technology. Tools of recombinant DNA technology. In the last session, we had already discussed about recombinant DNA technology. The meaning of the word recombinant means one-time breaking and again combining. Breaking and combining. So, what are the tools required for this technology? Recombinant DNA technology, that only we are going to be discussed here. Now we know from the foregoing discussion, already in the last session we had learned that genetic engineering or recombinant DNA technology can be accomplished only if we have the key tools. Key tools should be there. Then only we can accomplish this DNA technology fulfilled. Restriction enzymes are the restriction enzyme also already we had learned. The enzyme which are using to cut the DNA sequence is called the restriction enzyme. Restriction enzymes are the enzymes which is using to cut the DNA at a particular position. So before recombinant DNA technology, we have to find a DNA with the desirable genes from any organism which is carrying the desirable genes. That portion of the DNA should be cut. For that, this restriction enzymes using. At the same time, in which host we are applying this fragments of DNA, that organism's DNA also should be cut and recombine the DNA of both the organism, the host and the giving organism, from which organism we are taking the DNA fragments, that also should be combined with the host organism's DNA. So for both of this cut of DNA, restriction enzymes are using. So restriction enzyme is the main key tool using in recombinant DNA technology. Main key tools using in restriction enzymes, polymerase enzyme, restriction enzymes, polymerase enzyme, ligases, vectors and host organism. So which are the key tools? See that restriction enzymes, polymerase enzymes, ligases, vectors and host organism. So one by one we will study this key tools. So the topic is tools of recombinant DNA technology. Which are the tools using in this technology of combining? Recombining means again combining the DNA of both organisms, two organisms. So which are the key tools using? Restriction enzymes, polymerase enzymes, ligases, vectors and the host organism. So let us try to understand some of this in detail. So first one is restriction enzymes. Already we had learned in the last session about the restriction enzyme, but in detail we will be learned now. In the year 1963, the two enzymes responsible for restricting the two enzymes responsible for restricting the growth of bacteriophage in Escherichia coli were isolated. In the year 1963, the two enzymes responsible for restricting the growth of bacteriophage, in Escherichia coli. Bacteriophage is a virus which is growing on bacteria only. So Escherichia coli is a bacteria and bacteriophage is the virus only, which is growing on Escherichia coli. Were isolated. One of these added methyl groups to DNA. While the other cut DNA. One of these added methyl groups to DNA. Two enzymes were there. In that one enzyme added methyl groups to DNA while the other cut DNA. The later was called restriction endonuclease. The later one is called, which is using to cut the DNA. While the other cut DNA, two enzymes were there. From that, one is used to add methyl groups to DNA. The other is used to cut the DNA. Which one is using to cut the DNA is called as restriction endonuclease. Restriction endonuclease. Endonuclease means it is inside the nucleus only because DNA is inside the nucleus. Restriction means cutting it is using, so it got the name restriction endonuclease. The first restriction endonuclease tended to The name of the first restriction endonuclease enzyme was HindII, whose functioning depended on a specific DNA nucleotide. Whose functioning depended on a specific DNA nucleotide sequence was isolated and characterized 5 years later. And characterized 5 years later. 5 years later, the first restriction endonuclease, HindII, whose functioning depended on a specific DNA nucleotide sequence was isolated and characterized 5 years later, it was found that HindII always cut DNA molecules at a particular point by recognizing a specific sequence of 6 base pairs. It was found that HindII always cut DNA molecules at a particular point by recognizing a specific sequence of 6 base pairs. Specific sequence of 6 base pairs. Which are the 6 base pairs? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, uracil, and thymine. Adenine, guanine, cytosine. These are the common base, and uracil and thymine. So the specific base sequence is known as the recognition sequence for HindII. HindII only. What is the speciality of HindII? The first restriction endonuclease enzyme was named as HindII. Its function depended on a specific DNA nucleotide sequence. Specific nucleotide sequence was isolated and characterized 5 years later, after 5 years. It was found that HindII always cut DNA molecules. This particular restriction enzyme cut a particular portion of the DNA molecules at a particular point by recognizing the specific sequence of 6 base pairs. 6 base pairs. This specific base pairs is known as the recognition sequence. So this enzyme HindII is recognizing that base pairs and cutting that region away. Other region it is not cut. So the specific base sequence is known as the recognition sequence for HindII. Besides HindII, today we know more than 900 restriction enzymes. First restriction enzyme was HindII, that is invented up to 1963. And afterwards, now we are having 900 restriction enzymes. 900 restriction enzymes that have been isolated from over 230 strains of bacteria. 230 strains of bacteria, each of which recognize different recognition sequence. 230 strains of bacteria, each of which recognize different recognition sequences. The convention for naming this enzyme is the first letter of the name comes from the genes and the second 2 letters come from the species of the prokaryotic cell from which they were isolated. The convention of naming this enzyme is the first letter of the name comes from the genes only. First letter of the name comes from the genes and the second 2 letters come from the species of the prokaryotic cell from which they were isolated. For example, say that ECO-RI, ECO-RI comes from Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli. E for Escherichia, CO for coli, RY 1. ECO-RI comes from Escherichia coli, RY 1. So the naming method understood. The letter R is derived from ECO for Escherichia coli. The letter R is derived from the name of strain only. Which strain it is derived, that is R. Roman numbers following the names. 1, 3 is also given along with the name. So that is the Roman number following the name indicate the order in which the enzymes were isolated from that strain of bacteria. Roman numbers following the names indicate the order in which the enzymes were isolated from that strain of bacteria. So now we are discussing about the restriction enzymes. The convention for naming this enzyme is the first letter of the name comes from the genes and the second 2 letters come from the species of the prokaryotic cell from which they were isolated. Species. strains of the organism. One example they had shown it clearly. ECORI, that is R1 only given. One means a Roman letter. ECOR1 comes from ECO for Escherichia coli, from which organism it is derived, and R is derived from the name of the strain of that bacteria, and one refer to the Roman number in which order it is invented from that, isolated from that strain. Restriction enzymes belong to a larger class of enzymes called nucleases. As DNA is, the restriction enzymes are using to cut DNA. The location of DNA is inside the nucleus. So first nucleus breaking, then only it can cut the DNA. So in the context of nucleus breaking, on the sense of that it is got the name nucleases. Ases means splitting. Is the enzyme which is ending with the AS, ES is meant for splitting only. Splitting. So nucleases means the nucleus splitting enzyme is called the nucleus. Lipase means lipid splitting enzyme is called the lipase. Like that. Proteases means protein splitting enzyme is called the protease. Like that, nucleus splitting enzyme, in that sense it is given the name nucleases, because inside the nucleus only, DNA occupied. So for cutting the DNA, first nucleus should be opened. So I ask, in the sense of that it got the name nucleases. There are two kinds of enzymes are there, exonucleases and endonucleases. These are two kinds of exonucleases and endonucleases. Exonuclease and endonuclease. Exo means outside and endo means inside only. So exonucleases remove nucleotide from the ends of the DNA, whereas endonuclease make cuts at specific positions within the DNA. Exonucleases remove nucleotides from the ends of the DNA, whereas endonuclease make cuts at specific positions within the DNA. Exonucleases remove nucleotides from the ends of the DNA, whereas endonucleases make cuts at specific positions within the DNA. Each restriction endonuclease functions by inspecting the length of a DNA sequence only. Each restriction endonuclease functions by inspecting the length of a DNA sequence, inspecting the length of, how much it is the length of the DNA only. So difference between exonuclease and endonuclease, all of you understood. Exonuclease remove nucleotides from the ends of the DNA. X means outside only. Outside the DNA means end of the DNA. Whereas endonuclease make it cuts at specific positions within the DNA. Each restriction endonuclease functions by inspecting the length of a DNA sequence. Once it finds a specific recognition sequence, every restriction enzyme cut at a specific sequence. That sequence is called a recognition sequences. At that sequence, wherever coming in the DNA, that portion only a particular restriction enzyme cut. It is very specific one. So once it finds its specific recognition sequence, it will bind it to the DNA. It will bind it to the DNA and cut each of the two strands of the double helix. It will bind it to the DNA and cut each of the two strands of the double helix at specific points in their sugar phosphate backbones. It will bind it to the DNA and cut each of the two strands of the double helix at specific points in their sugar phosphate backbones. Figure also given. Each restriction on endonuclease recognize a specific palindromic nucleotide sequence. Palindromic means repeating. Suppose a particular base, suppose adenine. So adenine continuously repeating for many times. So that sequence is called palindromic nucleotide. A like that it will be repeated. Otherwise, any base pair guanine, then several times guanine will be repeated. That sequence is called the palindromic nucleotide sequence in the DNA. and diagram related to that also given. So action of restriction enzyme only showing here. Restriction enzymes are the enzymes which is using to cut DNA at a particular position. So vector DNA is also there. Two DNA combining in this technology. Recombinant DNA technology means DNA of two organisms are combining. So two DNA are there. Vector DNA, foreign DNA. The enzyme cut to both the DNA strand at the same date, same site only. That is important. This restriction enzymes cut both the DNA at the same place only. Here, in between the G and A, it is cut. In between the G, here only it is G and A. Here also it is cutting in between the G and A. This is the vector DNA, and this is the foreign DNA. Foreign DNA and the vector DNA. Both the places are same only. It is cutting both the place same. Here arrow mark also shown. It is cutting in between G and A. In foreign DNA also it is cutting in between the G and A. So both the places for every recombinant DNA technology, for every restriction enzyme, it will cut vector DNA and foreign DNA at a specific sequence, the same sequence. The enzyme cuts both the DNA strands at the same site. The enzyme cuts both the DNA strands at the same site. Here, EcoRI cuts the DNA between bases G and A only when the sequence GAA-TTC is present in the DNA. GAA-TTC is present in the DNA, foreign DNA. So EcoRI, it is cut here, so that only TTAA only here. Here also it is cutting this piece only. See, TTAG cutting, and these two ends are called as sticky ends. Here TTAA, so opposite of complementary base pairs will become here. AA, TT, AA, TT, TTAA. So in the, this will be joined, then opposite of T adenine, here opposite of the complementary to thymine, adenine will be there, and complementary to adenine, thymine will become there. Here also complementary to adenine, thymine will become there. These two ends after cutting by the restriction enzyme, which are the bases remaining there, that ends are called the sticky ends. Sticky ends, because both of them going to be stick each other. So these ends are called the sticky ends. How the here shown the joint, different colors are given to recognize each other. So white one is in white color and other one is in black color. So now both of them joined. This DNA is called a recombinant DNA. Recombinant DNA. One time see first. It is given very nicely. Only diagrams are very clearly drawn and given by using different colors. TTAA, AAG. So now you may be understood that why this restriction enzyme cut same sequence in both the DNA, because then only this complementary pair will come like this. Both of them should be complementary, then only always thymine joins with the adenine and adenine joins with the thymine, cytosine with the guanine and guanine with the cytosine. There is no doubt in that. Always adenine and thymine are complementary base pairs. So adenine can join with the thymine, thymine can be joined with the adenine. Like that, guanine to cytosine and cytosine to guanine, like that. So now you understood that why this restriction enzymes cutting both at the same place. Then only complementary to the adenine will come. These are the steps in formation of recombinant DNA by action of restriction endonuclease enzyme EcoRI. EcoRI. Now we started a new lesson in the last section, biotechnology. principles and processes. Biotechnology, principles and processes. Now, what is biotechnology? Already last session we had learned that biotechnology is the techniques of using live organism or their enzymes for products and processes useful to humans. Biotechnology is the techniques of using live organisms or their enzymes, live organism or their enzymes for products and processes useful to humans. European Federation of Biotechnology defines biotechnology as the integration of natural science. Biotechnology as the integration of natural science and organisms. Biotechnology as the integration of natural science and organisms, cells, parts thereof, and molecular analogues for products and services. Molecular analogues for products and services. Biotechnology deals with the microbe-mediated processes, making curd, bread, wine, etc. Biotechnology. In this lesson, we are learning about this one only, microbe-mediated processes, that is making curd, bread, wine. In the last lesson also, we had learned this one. And in vitro fertilization, that is test tube baby programs. That also already we had learned in fourth lesson, family planning lesson. In vitro fertilization, synthesis and using of a gene, synthesis and using of a gene, preparation of DNA vaccine, preparation of DNA vaccine, correcting a defective gene, correcting a defective gene. Test tube baby is one. Correcting a defect, new gene also synthesizing, defective gene can be corrected also. New genes also using, preparation of DNA vaccine is also using by this. The technique in which genetic material DNA and RNA is chemically altered. The technique in which genetic material DNA and RNA is chemically altered and introduced into host organism to change the phenotype. The technique in which genetic material DNA and RNA is chemically altered and introduced into host organism to change the phenotype. The technique in which genetic material DNA and RNA is chemically altered and introduced into host organism to change the phenotype. Bioprocesses engineering, maintenance of sterile ambience in chemical engineering processes for growing desired microbe, eukaryotic cell in large quantities for the manufacture of antibiotics, vaccines, enzymes, etc. Vaccine and enzymes. And basic steps in genetically modifying an organism. An organism can be genetically modified. Genetically modified means one gene can be added or one gene can be corrected if any defect is there. New genes can be added, some genes can be removed. So identification of DNA with a desirable gene. So for this genetically modification, from any organism we have to identify some genes with the desirable. DNA with the desirable genes. Now introduction of the identified DNA into the host. Introduction of the identified DNA into, after identifying this DNA, it should be introduced into the host. Next one, maintenance of introduced DNA in the host and the transfer of the DNA to its progeny. Transfer of the DNA to its progeny. Identification of DNA with the desirable gene having these points. Traditional hybridization technique lead to inclusion and multiplication of undesirable genes. Inclusion and multiplication of undesirable genes. Undesirable genes. So traditional hybridization techniques lead to inclusion and multiplication of undesirable gene and desirable gene. In genetic engineering, only desirable genes are introduced. Traditional hybridization do it along with the desirable gene, undesirable genes also can be multiplied in number. But in genetic engineering, only desirable genes are introduced. Introduction of the identified DNA into the host. After identifying this DNA is having some desirable genes. First, identifying the DNA is having some desirable genes. Then it is introducing into the host. A vector DNA such as plasmid is used to deliver an alien piece of DNA into the host organism. Vector DNA means the DNA which is using transferring this alien piece of DNA into the host organism. One who is transferring is called a vector DNA. Vector DNA is also calling as carrier DNA as it carries from one to another alien piece of DNA into the host organism's DNA. A vector DNA such as plasmid is used to deliver an alien piece of DNA into the host organism. Diagrams: bacterial DNA, plasmid DNA. This is plasmid only. Plasmid is acting as a vector DNA, plasmid. Bacterial DNA. This is bacterial DNA and these are plasmid only. So now both of them are combining. And entering E. coli bacteria's host cell also taking recombinant plasmid. This is the recombinant plasmid. It is combining the bacterial DNA and the plasmid DNA. Then it will be called a combining two organisms DNA only. So it is called a recombinant DNA. Now this recombinant DNA only one is there. Only one there now. So for the multiplication, for getting more number of this recombinant DNA, it is introducing into another organism like E. coli. Why E. coli is selected? Because its multiplication rate of E. coli, bacteria only. So its multiplication rate is very high. Within minute, we will be getting hundreds or thousands of organisms. So already in recombinant plasmid, bacterial DNA combined with the plasmid DNA, combining bacteria's DNA with the plasmid's DNA. So already we got a recombinant plasmid here. But now we are having only one recombinant plasmid. So for multiplication, for getting more number of organisms, we are introducing this one into host cell only. We are introducing this one into host cell because host cell we are selecting in such a way that lower organism which are multiplying very fast only. By that only here E. coli selected because its multiplication rate already we had learned in 11th, very high multiplication. Within second it is having thousands of organisms like that. So recombinant DNA in this E. coli bacteria now its own DNA is also there and recombinant plasmid also there. Now it will be divided into two organisms, then what will be happen? This two cells, both the recombinant plasmid will be coming two cells. Then again two will be converted into four. Then all the four organisms getting this recombinant DNA. Then 4 multiplied into 8, then 8 organism will be getting. Like that we can increase the number of recombinant DNA. Maintenance of introduced DNA in the host and transfer of the DNA to its progeny. A piece of alien DNA has the sequence called origin of replication. Origin of replication is short form is ORI. O-R-I. A piece of alien DNA. Alien DNA has the sequence called the origin of replication. Needed for starting replication. So it cannot multiply itself. It cannot multiply itself. Otherwise, we will think that why this alien DNA directly, why it is not introducing into any organism or not multiplying, like that we can think. The reason is that this alien DNA which is containing the desirable genes does not have an origin of replication, so it cannot be multiplied. Which is having origin of replication, that DNA only can multiply in number. So it cannot multiply itself in the progeny cells of the organism. Hence, alien DNA is integrated into the recipient genome. Hence, alien DNA is integrated into the recipient genome. So we are combining it with another one. another one, and which one having origin of replication. That DNA must have a origin of replication. So it multiplies and inherits along with the host DNA. Host